What? Back in my father's shop? Tell me, Ghost, what has changed? It looks the same.
Careful, lad. We don't want any nicks on that. It will bring a pretty penny at the auction.
That's my father's desk. What are those men going to do with it?
Now, according to this, there are 3 more desks of that size. Make sure you have them all. And don't forget the fixtures. These brass wall sconces will look dear enough if we can get the soot off them.
We found some nipples in the drawers. Want us to do anything with them?
Who cares? Scrooge, Marley, and Crachit won't be using them anymore.
Foreclosed? The business is lost? But how? It was doing so well.
It is a shame. Scrooge and Marley had been around for such a long time. You would think Scrooge would have had better business sense than to run his counting house into the ground.
I hear telling a quarter penny to his name, spit it all in it.
My lord, woman in wild times, that's what I would do.
No, he spent it helping that Crachit fellow out, the one with the limp. Remember last year he sent the lad to France instead of paying his shop's insurance. Then that place had that fire, and he was left with nothing but a penny postcard from Master Crachit in Ooh La La Paris.
Oh, I thought Scrooge was a better businessman than that, using all his funds to send a lad to France instead of investing it. What sort of bloke would take that sort of money when everyone knows times are tough?
From what I hear, Crachit would have taken the gold fillings out of Scrooge's teeth if he could get the old man to say,
Well, if he's having a hard time in France, because they ain't open there from here.
How horrible. Uncle Scrooge, a pauper. Because of me. But what is to become of me? I know no trade. I cannot live without Uncle Ebenezer's help.
Yes, Mr. Crachit, we are looking for fit young men like yourself for daily work. Now, exactly where have you worked before? You haven't worked at all? Well, I'm sorry, but we want experienced laborers.
I'm sorry, Mr. Crachit, but without any experience, we couldn't possibly think of hiring you. Perhaps you should inquire at the workhouse.
Arrgh, matey! The sea is a rough life. Way too rough for the likes of you. We don't cater to no namby-pamby boys who haven't worked a day in their life. Come back when you got some calluses on the man's laddie.
Oh, tell me, Ghost, what has become of me? Who can I turn to? Bobbins and Lathrop, my old friends. Surely they will help me. Bobbins and Lathrop, old friends.
Well, 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 look who it is, Lucy. If it isn't old high and mighty Crachit.
Listen, I seem to be falling on some rather hard times.
We heard. My heart bleeds for you.
I'm about to be evicted from my rooming house. Say, do you have a fiver you could lend to me until I can get back up on my feet?
A fiver from us, he wants. There's a laugh. Old high and mighty Crachit. Why don't you just use your lip and spit spot get a fiver in your hand?
Come along, Bobbins. I've always shared my happier days with you.
And always reminded us of it as well. Come along, Frederick. Let's get back to the children. We don't want to be seen hanging around an old beggar boy.
What is to become of me? Answer me! What is my fate? No. No! I have so much to live for, so much to accomplish. Tell me, Ghost, are these things that will happen to me, or things that may happen? Please, help me! Help me! Help me! Help me! Help me! Help me! Help me!
A job well done, spirits. Now let us hope he has heeded your warning.
Don't worry, Jacob. I think Tim has learned that Christmas is a time for giving and not just getting, and that selfishness has no place at the Christmas banquet of life.
Wake up. You can't be sleeping here, especially on Christmas Day.
Christmas? It really is Christmas? I haven't missed it?
Of course it is, and I suggest you go home to sleep it off.
Sleep off Christmas? Thank you, Constable. Thank you. Here you go. Merry Christmas.
Well, it looks like a success, Jacob. You should be free of your chains in no time.
Let us hope so. Although I am afraid that Tim was a harder nut to crack than Ebenezer. Sometimes the follies of youth are harder to change than the wisdom that comes with time.
Let us see what has happened to our tiny Tim. As many times as I have seen it, I still love to watch a Christmas meal.
It is one of the happiest memories I carry with me from life. I only wish I had enough sense to have enjoyed it more during my time on Earth.
A most wonderful Christmas meal, the best that I can remember.
You say that every year, Uncle Ebenezer.
And I mean it every year.
Don't worry, dearest. I am sure Tim is all right.
But we haven't seen him all day. Where can he be on Christmas Day? He knows Ebenezer is here with all sorts of presents for him.
Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas to you all.
Tim, where were you? I'm so worried.
Sorry, Mother, but I was working.
Working? On Christmas Day?
That's right. I have a job. Look, blisters.
Whatever were you doing?
I am a ditch digger. And Christmas or not, we had some work to finish. We're putting in new irrigation ditches at the Carstairs farm.
You got a job digging ditches?
It is honest work, and I rather enjoyed it. It is most unusual, really. I seemed to have passed out last night and had the most unusual dream. As I was running home, I passed by old Mr. Carstairs with a wheelbarrow in tow, looking so forlorn. He said he had to make sure his crops would not be ruined by the upcoming storm, and had to spend Christmas Day digging ditches. You remember, Mother? They have no children and cannot afford help around the farm. Well, when I told him I would be happy to help him, he was delighted. Together we dug all day, resting only long enough for Mrs. Carstairs to bring us a slab of pot pie and a cup of mead.
Doesn't sound like much of a Christmas meal, Tim.
I say, I don't think I've ever had a finer holiday feast. And when he tried to pay me, I simply said, "It is my holiday gift to you, Mr. Carstairs. Never have I known such a wonderful feeling."
But Tim, spending all day on your bad leg and hard physical labor.
Mother, you have to realize that I am fine. My leg is fine. Everything is fine. Look, I even managed to get you all some presents. Although, not as fine as you deserve.
Presents? But how could you...
I sold a few belongings. And tomorrow, I plan on looking for some gainful employment. So that next Christmas season, you also have the most wonderful presents you so richly deserve. And Uncle Ebenezer, you don't have to help me financially anymore.
But it makes me happy to help you.
Then help me by inviting me over for supper sometime, so we could sit and talk. The gift of your friendship is the best present a man could have. But I shan't take another penny from you. There's a difference between a helping hand and a handout. I've been taking advantage of you, of all of you, laying upon your guilt for my own financial gain. But that won't happen anymore. I am a man now, and I'm finally going to stand on my own two legs. Both legs are fine, thank you very much.
It's a miracle. That's what it is, a bloody miracle.
It takes a big man to admit he's wrong.
I'm sorry, Uncle Ebenezer. I have betrayed your generosity and only thought of myself. But I now know that Christmas is a time for giving. It is a lesson I've finally learned from a few old friends of yours, Uncle.
Friends of mine? You don't mean... Why, Jacob Marley, you've done well.
That he has, Uncle. That he has. And here's to the happiest time of the year. A time for giving, and a time for loving.
God bless you, Tim.
God bless you, Uncle Ebenezer. And God bless the spirits of Christmas. May everyone discover their secrets. And God bless us, everyone.